What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Noob review video. My name is Craig and I am joined today by my good friend and co-founder of Noob Reviews, Mr. Paul. Say hello, Paul.
Hello, Paul.
And unlike ourselves, this game needs no introduction whatsoever. As you can all tell, we are reviewing Star Wars Battlefront. Now, we would just like to say that this is not a full review because we haven't actually finished the game yet. We've only had a little dive in.
Yeah, a little dabble.
We've only had a little bit of a play on what it's about. Only a few hours wrapped up so far.
Yeah, a few hours on the old gameplay. At the minute, we're just playing a bit of single player, a bit of
like
basically
survival
mode.
So what we're going to do is just going to give you a little rundown of what we've managed to gather about the game so far.
Yeah.
So let's
start with graphics, shall we?
Graphics, I think. Yeah.
And you've got to admit, it's beautiful.
It's great. Yeah. I mean, I'm very, very pleased with the graphics, how they've come out. I mean, it doesn't seem too laggy. I mean, nice scenery to look at. They've definitely captured that Star Wars
essence. Yeah. And the sounds as well. The sound effects have got it bang on right.
Yeah.
The lasers, and there is a little bit of a learning curve when you do start fighting this. Call of Duty, it's just like point at your enemy and fire. This one, you've got to aim just ahead.
It's a good thing about this game. I mean, it's very Call of Duty-esque, I found.
Yeah.
I believe that it is practically just a Call of Duty game with the Star Wars characters.
I tend to agree with you on that, but don't you think over the past, 3-4 years, it's just been Call of Duty or Battlefront? If you want a first-person multiplayer shooter, you're looking at them two games, especially for the consoles. I know there's a little more variety up on the PCs. What this is, yes, it is a Call of Duty, but set in space in Star Wars universe, but it's different.
Yeah, I mean, I was getting very, very bored of the recent Call of Duties coming out. I mean, I know people want to string me up by my balls about that, but I didn't like the later versions of Call of Duty. I mean, I loved from Modern Warfare 3 and stuff like that.
Too.
And then they seemed to kind of, dish them out a bit like Assassin's Creed. It was just one after the other, and I got a bit lost and a bit fed up with the fact that not a lot was changing with it. But then they bring out this fresh new look now with Star Wars.
Yeah.
And like I say, it is very Call of Duty-like, but you are Star Wars characters, and as you are controlling Luke Skywalker now. I mean, that's every little boy's dream.
It is. Well, it is, but you've got to admit, when you play these types of games, especially Star Wars, and you're given the choice between the good and the bad, you're picking the bad every time, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Who
doesn't want to be Darth Vader?
He is just cool.
He is. He is the king of the evils.
He surely is. Just to go back on a point you made a second ago about Call of Duty and the multiplayer just being the same year after year after year.
Yeah.
But you've got to admit, the stories have generally been quite good. The campaigns.
The campaign stories have been, really good. Yeah, you can do a lot in the campaign, and they usually do have a really good, story that keeps you wanting to play.
Yeah, it is. Well, let's go back onto the main man himself.
Here he is, Mr. Vader there. Old bastard Anakin Skywalker.
I do love this. I don't know, there's the child inside me. When the music kicked in for me being Vader, I just had a big smile on my face. Force gripping them, just slicing them up, like force grip, bang.
It's that expectation and knowing that you're gonna be
the Vader,
the brutal bad guy, the one who doesn't hold back. He's just like, I'm gonna kill all these motherfuckers.
He just goes things. And one touch I do like about this as well is you get to fly TIE fighters and X-Wings. Not many games are laid like this. You can do a bit of dogfighting, as I'm doing here, and then you can just jump back to the ground.
Yeah,
and fight along the ground.
I believe that some of the games you can have up to about 40 players, is it?
Yeah, it is.
In a single match?
Yeah, 40 players, and they range from 8 players to 40 player matches in all different game modes. You've got like Walker Assault, Blast, and Supremacy, which is like, which team wins. Drop Pod, which is, basically capture the flag.
Okay.
I'd say there is lots of games. Not much of a single-player campaign at all.
Do you find that, is it a minimum of 8 players that have to go into a single game? Do you find that you're waiting in lobbies before you can start, or can you just dive straight in?
To be fair, we can dive straight in. I've had, granted, as the game gets, into its months and, so we say years, you might find getting into games a bit more difficult.
Slowing down as games
slowing down.
Yeah, something new always comes along.
Yeah, this is a particular new mode of mine, not mine, of the games, which I really, really enjoy. It's called Hero Hunt. Basically, it's 8-player match. Basically, 7 of you are stormtroopers or rebels, and 1 of you is the hero.
Okay.
The goal of the 7 people is to kill the hero. And if you're lucky enough to kill the hero, you become another hero. Right. As I am here, I'm Leia. Yeah. Just trying to survive, basically. Just shooting all these little mothers.
Didn't realise she was so good with the blaster.
Well, me controlling it, of course she is.
You're still a noob, Paul. Come on.
Still a noob. Yeah, still a noob.
Yeah, but I mean, it does look very enjoyable. But I mean, is it something that you're going to get bored of quickly?
And to be fair, I played quite a bit of this. It's the only real game mode I did play this and Walker Assault. But I really enjoyed this. Running around, I racked up lots of kills. Great on the bigger matches, you kind of get drowned out by, you usually have about 4 or 5 players, which are the kings who get like 40, 50 kills, and you're right down the leaderboard with like 5.
So you do feel like you get a bit overshadowed by the people that have been playing it a lot longer, by the people who don't have jobs and just stay online all day, every day, you know? They're always getting all the kills, and you're left trying to rack up your points by getting 1 or 2 kills a match.
I say this is just a supremacy match we're playing now, and well, this is you, isn't it? Running around like a little nutter.
I believe it is. I don't know whether I die here or not. I can't remember. I think I throw a grenade and then get a bit.
No, I don't know. But you've got to admit, just the scenery and the graph. Look at it. It's just beautiful. As you said, they've captured it.
Yeah, they really have captured that Star Wars universe. I mean, it's not the type of Star Wars game that I would feel like I'd want to play over and over again.
Yeah, you do like the story. That's why you like The Force Unleashed.
Yeah, I loved The Force Unleashed. It was, I mean, that was great. I mean, the first one was good. The second one was good, but they made the graphics better in the second one and shortened the story. But this, I mean, the graphics on this just wipe out those games.
Oh, easily.
You know, they don't compete.
There is a few downsides to obviously big online multiplayer. It does get a bit spammy, where literally you can just stand there and just lob grenades. Right. And 9 times out of 10, you are going to hit someone, and you rack up kills that way.
Well, it's a bit unfair then, you could say, couldn't it?
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Do you think it's something that they might consider patching, or do you think it's just going to be one of those
No, it's just going to be one of them. It's like all things, like Call of Duty, you've got people spamming on grenades and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
But at the minute, this is enjoyable. There's not too many idiots on this at the minute, because obviously Call of Duty came out at the same time, so they're all on that, basically.
Yeah. That's a good point. It is competing with Black Ops 3, I believe.
Yeah, which is obviously, it doesn't matter what you're going to bring out. That's going to be, you know what I mean, the king game. Yeah,
it's going to be definitely the more popular of the two. But I think this one might be a bit more word of mouth in terms of...
And especially since the new Star Wars film's coming up, everyone's going to be jumping on this by Christmas. Because they'll have that, you know, that little child inside of him.
Everyone's jumping on the Star Wars train.
Yeah, and everyone will want to be Luke Skywalker, everyone will want to be Darth Vader. And there'll be... It's that kid inside. You make a proper little rookie mistake here, don't you, Craig?
Is this the one where I just don't look behind me?
Yeah, it is. And goodbye.
Well, that's probably because I'm not that into the game. If I was really into the game, I probably would have used a bit of my
your Jedi skills. Your Jedi skills.
Previous skills there.
Well, I say I like it at the minute. I really do. Can't get to play it that often, obviously with work and stuff. So, in conclusion, Craig. So, where should we start?
Well, what I gathered so far, I mean, it is an enjoyable game. There is that appeal to play it, but for myself, it's not a game that I want to go on all the time. I mean, it is a game you can just jump in, have a couple of little games, and then jump out again. The graphics, it's lovely to play. As you say, there's not really any single player, so
No, there's not. A single player really does just consist of a few survival missions and stuff.
Yeah, so there's no story to get into.
No, there's no stories, but that's what Battlefront's about.
It's good versus evil.
It is good versus evil, and it's designed as a multiplayer game. It is, and that's what I like. And as you said before, you can just jump on for 5 minutes, do a couple of battles, bump, and off you go. Yeah. And that's the type of game I like, because I like just jumping into a game, having a little bit of fighting, bump.
It's not a game that you have to commit to for a number of hours. It's literally, if you've got to be somewhere, but you've got half an hour to spare, you can just think, instead of twiddling my thumbs, I'll put my thumbs to work and do some shooting.
To be fair, the controls are really easy to get used to. Obviously, a little piece of advice I would give anyone who's flying, like I'm doing here, is invert the controls, because you'll be hitting the deck a lot with the standard controls.
It does look a bit strange to me.
No, it's fine. As soon as you're on that bump, you're flying like this. I'm flying on my side here just for fun. But I say, if you like fast-paced games, this is definitely one for you. And if you like Star Wars, fast-paced, shooting people, and playing as a Jedi, if you haven't got this in your life, you're an idiot. You really are.
So it's definitely a game you can just jump in, easy to control, easy to play, get on with it, and get off whenever you feel like it.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
And it is brilliant.
So yeah, I think we do recommend this game so far.
Yeah.
So, may the force be with you.